from the store to the range. Savage Mark II coming up next. Range fans, I cannot believe I have traveled down the same road twice in life. At some point, I'll tell you why. I think most of you know I had a Savage Mark II TR that I was begging someone to rebarrel after I had it recrowned and tried to do a ton of work on. But after taking it apart, found some interesting things that I may have caused. That's a story for another time. So what do? I go back to my old buddy at Palmer Firearms LLC. They didn't have one in stock, but he said, man, I can get one in 2 days. You want one? And I'll treat you right. I know he's going to treat me right. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Hey, folks, if you're in the area and you need something quick, or you just want to see one of the most nostalgic shops that also caters to the modern era, stop by Palmer Firearms LLC. Andrew got me the old Savage Mark II TR. This thing is a 22-inch barrel. I can tell also it's a little bit different from the one that I had because the crown is totally different. The crown is almost like a flat tube that evolves into an 11-degree crown, target crown back inside. Also, it has the target bolt with it. I noticed the bolt is way stiffer on this one than was on mine. And you know what? I'm going to leave it like that. We've got the AccuTrigger from Savage. This AccuTrigger by the RCBS trigger gauge comes in at 2 pounds. It comes with a 5-round magazine. And also sitting on top, yes, you probably haven't seen many of these. It is a Cabela's Covenant 5 5-25 scope. Now, this 5-25 scope, here's the deal. Here's what happened. Let me get on to it. Andrew from Palmer Firearms LLC ordered this thing for me. I left his shop and knew that I needed a scope. Where can I get a scope from? Maybe Cabela's has something that'll work. By the way, on Veterans Day. So I go there. Not only is this thing on sale, but I get a veterans discount and was like, holy cow, no, that can't really cost that much. 5-25? Well, yeah, it does. It turns out that Cabela's really wants to treat us veterans right. If you are a veteran on Veterans Day or other holidays, I ask that you swing by Cabela's, the old big box. And also, could you believe, from the store, they had CCI 22 long rifle, standard velocity, and a couple of boxes of SK Standard Plus. So this all comes from the store as is. And I said, the heck with it. I keep my torque wrench in the range bag. I went home, got my bag, got my camera gear, and put it together out here on the range. It even has the Cabela's 30 millimeter rings that goes along with this scope. Now, I originally had the medium-sized rings, and I don't know what I was thinking because this thing has a 56 millimeter ocular up front. And of course, it wouldn't fit. I was just excited, don't know what I was thinking. But I said, heck, at some point, I'll get a chance to take those back. I went back. Yeah, this is all in the same day. I went back, got the high rings, came out here to the range, put it together. And what you just saw was the real first shots. No sighting in, no nothing. Was the real first shots with CCI standard velocity from bore scoping it. You take the bolt out. I'm looking through the bore, making sure it was on target. Then I got the scope centered up. I moved the camera way back, of course, to make sure it zoomed in on the camera. And I shot the first 10 shots. That's what a $700 setup, yes, scope, rings included with the rifle. That's what a $700 setup will get you directly from the store to the range. So what we're going to do today, store to range. Store to range is what we're doing. We're going to take the CCI standard velocity. We're going to put 10 rounds on I think that's a 1-inch target down range, I believe. We're going to put 10 rounds on the target to season the barrel up a little bit more, and then 5 rounds. By the way, I did run a nylon brush on the range here along with 522 patches to get some gunk out. And it was whatever they put in to preserve the barrel, they really kind of cake it in there. So I made sure to get all that crap out to the point where the barrel was squeaking as I was pushing the last patch through. The scope in and of itself, I'll have a write-up over at dayattherange.com. It's not that bad of a glass. It is made in China. I would say the glass is medium to low tier. It is crystal clear on this beautiful day out. Has adjustable objective here on the side. And it is set right between 50 and 60 right now for these old eyes to get focused down range. The turrets are pretty nice. It does have zero stop. Listen, and it came with the throw lever included. Listen, veterans. For this setup, I think this is pretty neat for the cost. It comes drill and tapped. So I left the original Savage scope bases on here. The only thing I do not like about this scope at the current time is the clicks are audible, but they are mushy. There's a potential that you can go past if you're in a hurry in competition that you can go past. But look, folks, this channel is about family fun. If you want to go from store to range, I don't think this is too bad of a setup. By the way, Josh over at Pursuit of Accuracy, yeah, I'm always picking on him. He and I are good buds. He said maybe CZ is the best setup. The Savage Mark II TR is a little bit cheaper than the CZ. Can you modify the CZ much more? Absolutely. Can you do much with the Savage Mark II TR? Not really. That's some of the trade-off. But you get a lower price rifle that I think will shoot, at least I hope so. So we're going to shoot CCI, standard velocity, then SK standard plus, and maybe some higher grade ammunition if I can stop rattling on about this setup that's sitting on top of this beautiful ransom rest setup. By the way, front and rear ransom rest, because I want to try to swing the most accuracy I can out of the Savage Mark II, the Cabela's Covenant 5. Let's do this. I'm going to get square behind this rifle like my old buddy Richard Mandis told me to. I'm going to try to shoot like this for a while to see if I can get adjusted to it directly behind the rifle, not off to the side, and see what kind of results turn up. I'm going to turn this thing on 22 power. Gets a little dark around about the 25 power. I got 10 rounds, CCI standard velocity, loaded up. 10 round group coming up first. Oh, I adjusted the scope and think I went too far. Ooh, a flyer. That's ammo related, people. All right, that's 10. Boy, I'm stringing them down around the bottom of the target. We're going to put 5 CCI, standard velocity, in this thing and see if we can get a better 5-round group at the target right next door. Let's get squared up behind this thing. That wasn't good. Ooh, a little bit low. I tell you what, $700 setup. That's what this is. That's what it gets you with CCI standard velocity. I went directly from the store to the range. Now, moving on to SK Standard Plus. All right, folks, I don't know where this thing is going to shoot. I have no idea with this SK Standard Plus. You know what? For CCI Standard Velocity, again, this is what you can get in this type of setup. Oh, Patrick, he emailed me and said, man, you guys on YouTube, I know you mean well. I know you're supporting your Second Amendment rights. I know you want people to come out to the range and have fun, but we all don't have the capability to have $3,000 rifles. And I went, yeah, he's absolutely right. And by the way, I am in no means in that category with a ton of $3,000 rifles. And to be very honest with you all, I think I have one. That's it. All the rest are very, or down on the expense range. But anyway, Savage Mark II TR, Cabela's Covenant 5, and SK Standard Plus. 10 rounds loaded up, and we're going to go at the target right below. All right, here we go. Bolts really stiff. Oh. I think this is the last one. You know what, folks? I'm kind of digging that a little bit. That ain't too bad. No, hold on. We got one more left in here. Yeah, I think for this ammunition, again, directly from the store to the range, that is not too bad. We got 5 rounds, and we're going to go right to the target next door. The official group. Oh, that one last flyer, but hey, again, very few rounds. I think that's about a .4 group. Hey, here's a question. Here's a question for old Josh over at Pursuit of Accuracy. Here's a question. Is the Savage Mark II in this setup better than that Springfield 2020? Does Josh still have it? You guys want to see a side-by-side comparison where we take the ammunition that each rifle prefers, have a little bit of a competition. What you think? Josh, you scared? You scared, ain't you? All right, folks. Hey, you know what? That was SK. Let me see what ammunition I have in my bag. Let's do a little bit more shooting. Oh, look what I found in the old range bag. Lapua Center X. I got 10 rounds loaded up in the 10-round Savage magazine. That's one thing I really do like about this rifle. The magazines are not expensive. And I had a boatload of them already for the other Savage Mark II that I had. Again, a story for a different time, different day. I'm a little bit depressed today about it because when I took that thing apart, following standard recommendations out of the book, not the Savage book, but when I bought that, let me tell you a little bit about it. I bought the Oryx chassis for that thing to go in. And I believe the Oryx chassis calls for 45 inch-pounds or 40 inch-pounds, something like that. I tightened the thing down, but it might say something about the quality of steel for the Savage Mark II as well. I tightened it down to the book recommended specs, but when I took it apart, it had pulled the metal down. It had stretched those holes. It was in there tight, but it had stretched those holes. And I think for rimfire, you probably should stick with rimfire specs like 12, 18-inch pounds, those sorts of things. This is tightened down in this beautiful textured Boyd wood stock at the current time at 15-inch pounds. I just double checked what it came with from the manufacturer for. So I believe the reason that rifle wasn't shooting before was on this jarhead. I believe I screwed it up. But anyways, we got Lapua Center X, Palmer LLC Firearms got me this beautiful Mark II. He told me to give it another try. That's what I'm going to do. I got 10 rounds loaded up, and we're going to the target right below. Let's go. Let's go, big fella. Come on now. Ooh, low and left. Different ammunition, different lube. I'm hoping 10 rounds actually seasons the barrel before I do my final 5. Oh, I hate dry firing my 22s. There you have it. 10 rounds of Lapua Center X. Hey, come on. Tell Josh down below. Even go over to his channel and tell him I want to see you and that big fella, Mr. Revolver guy, shoot it out between the Springfield 2020 and the Savage Mark II TR Heavy Bolt Cabela's Covenant 5. It is my store to bench, store to range setup. Oh boy, it's a hoot. Whoa, what's up with that? Oh, so was that a cold bore flyer? Hey, you know what? 5 more rounds of this Lapua Center X. 5 more rounds. Let's see. See if this thing is breaking in pretty good. The bore is squeaky clean. I mean squeaky clean. I did run a test long bore scope through it as well. There's a few finishing marks in there, folks. But you know what? When you're talking about the cost and also, listen, getting those kind of groups down range, and I think it'll only get better the more that I shoot it. I don't even know that if I'm going to do anything more to it. Josh over there has done quite a bit to the Springfield 2020 to try to accurize it. I may try to put this back in that old Oryx chassis that's sitting in the corner. What do you think? Should I put it back in the Oryx chassis or leave it in this Boyd stock? Maybe it should be pillar bedded. Maybe. Will that help? Should I do anything at all? Tell me in the comments down below. 5 more. Right next door. That ain't too bad. I think that's about a 0.4, 0.5 inch group. Hey, man, let me check this old Santa Claus bag, this range bag. Let's see if I got any more ammunition. Hold on. Oh, looky. Eley match black box. Same routine. 10 rounds, 5 rounds. Last 5 rounds, I'm calling the official group. Would it be right if I shot 3 5-round groups instead of a 10-round group? I'm kind of using 10 rounds to season a barrel. Will it make it all that much difference? Let's shoot 3 5-round groups with Eley match and see what this old Savage Mark II can do. Whoo! Here we go. Ooh, shot high. Ooh, shot one hole. Oh, yeah. Come on, Savage Mark II. Oh, Josh, you want a piece? You know how to get in contact with me, buddy. If you want a piece, come on with that Springfield 2020. This is total factory. From the store, out of the box, put together on the range. Let's get this beautiful ransom rest. Windage adjusted. All right. 5-round group next door. Oh, way high. Oh, now I want to fall apart after talking trash. Ooh, I'm digging it. Hey, a little bit more shooting with this thing. And hey, you know what? All you big fellas over there, all you big YouTubers out there, old Cyclops Joe, Josh over at Pursuit of Accuracy, Joel, Mike, Panther Hollow, Don, Rimfire SS. Oh man, where is your factory setup? Where's your factory setup? Maybe it's time for a factory class. Factory class competition. I'll get the windage on the old rifle rest. Ransom. Ah! Oh, tell me what y'all think. You saw it. CCI standard velocity, SK standard plus, Lapua center X, and also Eley match. What you guys think? $700 setup without the ammunition. $700 setup. Here it is right here. You want it factory. Don't ask me why I went back down the same road again, but I think I may have made a wise decision. Mr. Revolver Guy, I'm going home.